The Vivo T-series smartphones are geared at the economy category, and the T1 5G earned a great response from us when we evaluated it. Vivo has recently released its replacement, the Vivo T2 5G, which has the same chipset as its predecessor but a new design and several additional characteristics. The T2 5G costs 18,999 rupees for the 6GB plus 128GB variation and 20,999 rupees for the 8GB plus 128GB model. Is it the best option in its price range, or are there better options on the market? In this video, we will be going through all its specs and helping you decide if it's the best phone for you. Before we get into the review, please be sure to like the video and subscribe for more content like this. Now let's get into it. Design. The design of Vivo's T2 5G should appeal to the majority of customers. The blue model sparkles in the sunshine and has a matte touch that makes it seem expensive in the palm. A great detail is the diagonal lines that go across the rear panel. The sides are made of plastic, but I wouldn't expect anything more for the price. The one significant complaint we had with the T1 5G was its average and inexpensive design. But with the T2 5G, Vivo appears to be on the right track. The panel's color also varies depending on how the light falls on it, which is a pretty unique feature. There's also a 3.5mm headphone jack at the bottom, which works properly. The buttons on the right are tactile. The solitary speaker at the bottom is underwhelming, sounding tinny and distorting at high levels. The haptic motor is also, as expected, rattly and not as powerful as it should be. Display. While the T2 5G has a different appearance, its features appear to be quite identical to the iQOO Z7 5G, a handset in the same price range and from a Vivo sub-brand. The Vivo T2 5G, like the iQOO Z7 5G, has a 6.38-inch AMOLED Full HD Plus display with a resolution of 2408 x 1080 pixels. Furthermore, the display boasts a refresh rate of 90 Hz. The display is identical to that of the iQOO smartphone once more. It's a good panel, but it's not the best Vivo has ever utilized. It features the same rainbow effect as the display of the Z7 5G, but it creates rich colors and clear text to compensate for the average viewing angles. I would have expected a 120 Hz display, but 90 Hz is enough and does not disappoint. However, the top-notch design is no longer fashionable, and most people would prefer a punch-hole design, similar to what Motorola did with its Moto G73 5G. Performance and software. The Vivo T2 5G is powered by a Snapdragon 695 processor, which is combined with up to 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. The review model of the Vivo T2 5G we received featured 6GB RAM, which seemed to perform perfectly. I didn't experience any program crashes, and even when certain apps were booted out of memory, they returned quickly when I opened them again. The device's overall performance also seemed to meet my expectations. It was easy to use daily and could even withstand intensive gaming. Interestingly, the iQOO Z7 5G couldn't perform up to the mark, but the Vivo T2 5G in comparison performs a lot better in almost every scenario. Both phones use FunTouch OS 13, which is based on Android 13, and there aren't many differences in terms of functionality. The T2 5G can also keep the always-on display always turned on. Instead, it would only appear when you move the phone or receive a notification, which negates the point of the always-on display feature. Other features and animations in the UI function smoothly. There's also some bloatware, which you can simply erase, so it isn't a concern. You receive an optical fingerprint sensor for biometrics, which works properly. It is accurate, although a little sluggish. There was no upgrade available for the phone, which arrived with the February 2023 security patch. The iQOO gadget, on the other hand, received the March patch as soon as we switched it on. The performance of connectivity options like 5 GHz Wi-Fi, 5G calling, and Bluetooth on the Vivo T2 5G remain optimal. Battery backup. The Vivo T2 5G includes a 4,500 mAh battery with 44 AOE fast charging capabilities, comparable to the iQOO Z7 5G. We obtained comparable results to the iQOO Z7 5G with minor enhancements. According to other reviews of the Vivo T2 5G, the device easily lasted a day and perhaps longer if I wasn't doing any resource-intensive chores for lengthy periods. For some reason, the iQOO smartphone took more than an hour to charge from 0% to 100%, but the Vivo T2 5G charged from 0% to 100% in 61 minutes, which is rather good. Cameras. The rear of the Vivo T2 5G features a dual camera configuration with a 64MP main camera with f/1.8 aperture and a 2MP depth sensor with f/2.4 aperture. On the front of this Vivo, the gadget is a 16MP selfie camera with an f/2.0 aperture. When there is bright sunshine, the primary sensor takes superb photos with plenty of information and sharpness. The dynamic range is adequate and the colors are kept as realistic as possible. Overall, the shot is rather pleasing to the eye. In comparison, the photographs from the iQOO-Z7 5G had a warmer tone. In terms of colors, details, and overall tone, the Vivo T2 5G does not disappoint when it comes to portraiture. Despite having a 2MP depth sensor, which should theoretically aid in precise bokeh, the portraits occasionally lack adequate edge recognition. While the bokeh effect appears natural, the portrait shot suffers from poor edge detection. The Vivo T2 5G will go on sale in India on April the 18th and will be priced at 18,999 rupees. Anyway, that's all from us today, guys, on the Vivo T2 5G. Please be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content like this.